Dragoons in there to help him against the Goliaths. Actually, it looks like he's coming in for a nice attack with the Dragoons on the 9 o'clock base. If that base falls, that could be huge, but there are some tanks there to reinforce, and he's not going to be able to do it. I said this before in the previous TVP. What was it? Light versus someone versus Violet when carriers showed up or whatever. You really want to, if you're a Protoss player and you can find a way to keep your forces together and try and make a true fight, you can be in good positions with Storm, with Dragoons, and your carriers. You can really do a good job of picking off the tanks to start the battle, bring in your Stormers, and then send in the Dragoons and carriers to clean everything up. It can really work very effectively for you. But we haven't seen any High Templar yet. There they are. There's the High Templar. And if they can get some good Storms off, Jaehoon could win a battle here or there. And if he can take down a base on top of it, you could conceivably see him get into this. It would just be an amazing play by him if he can. This is already some crazy play by Jaehoon going for carriers. It looks like he's got 7, 8 of them. That's pretty impressive. That's a pretty large number, pretty powerful number, and definitely a huge force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he's also got +2 upgrades on them, so each interceptor is doing like 8 damage, I think, and like, so that means each carrier is doing 64 damage per swoop. That's a lot of damage. The only problem is it's costing him a lot to replace all those interceptors. A DT's out. It looks like he +1 weapons are also up for the Protoss. And this is pretty interesting. Like, there's another school of thought on like carriers Dragoon balancing that, like, if you can just get a couple of carriers, like, it's a huge investment of tech, but if you can get your opponent to overreact and produce all Goliaths, which Flash hasn't done, you can overwhelm them with Dragoons because Dragoons do so well against Goliaths. But you can just see that if you have like 8 carriers and your opponent has like 25 Goliaths, it's really, really difficult. They look like each interceptor that comes out, like 1 in 6 of them are actually being able to return to the fleet of carriers. The rest of them just blow up in the air, and when you see a battle, all it is like blue smoke everywhere from the Terran boosted rockets that those Goliaths just keep firing off at a ridiculous rate. But look at that DT! Oh my god, that DT could win the Shinhan Bank Winners League Finals. That DT has 8 kills, and Flash just noticing it and pulling SCVs away. But that is pretty huge right there. Flash never usually makes a mistake like that. And what the heck was that bass drum doing there? Never mind.
I think they were all cheering because Flash just picked off those High Templars without getting stormed. That's what all the cheers were for. And Jaehoon really needs some storms, man. He needs some storms to land a minute ago. He needs them bad. And oh man, these carriers could get caught in the middle. Are they going to get caught in the middle? Oh man, these carriers could get separated from his bases. That could be awful if his carriers get separated from his bases. Right now, you got to think the carriers are into the northern part of the map. It looks like one carrier is going to get picked off in the middle. You could see a force push down onto the 3 o'clock base or down into the natural expansion, actually, for Flash, if he can afford to split up his force a little bit. This is a dangerous position right now for Jaehoon. His carriers are out of position. His army is towards a large portion of his army is at the top left, very much out of position. He is in huge trouble. He is in dire straits. These tanks are going to are going to take down this opening, this gap is going to open the door for those Goliaths to just march in. So these carriers are going to be forced to come back. This entire army is going to be forced to come back, or else he's going to die. And it looks like the carriers, where are the carriers? There they are. They're all hovering over the cliff, going to try and do what they can, but you can tell, as you said, look at all of those interceptors going down left and right so quickly. And I think we may be nearing the end for Jaehoon. Just too many tanks, too many Goliaths for him to contend with, and his army is just too far out of position.
I think there was a little bit of lag there. I apologize if there's like a bit of a gap. When that attack came in, there were so many units that Flash had that, like, even if he had arranged them perfectly, ideally, there still would have been units, like, in the back waiting for their chance to attack. It was like the lines at, like, at a sports arena right after the game ends, or like at Disney World on opening day. So many units trying to get into a tight space just so they can have their turn at destroying Jaehoon's base. And now it looks like they all found their own attraction, their own separate carrier to go destroy, and it looks like they're going up to the 3 o'clock, at least the tanks are, to go rape some more pylons and probes and nexuses. And I worked really hard this game to try to insert drama where there was none, but Jaehoon has such an impressive force of carriers. He's just been building up the carriers. He's scarcely lost any. But the only problem is he has never built up the interceptors. So it's really pretty if you have like 36 carriers, if that's even mathematically possible. Like with the Psy, I don't know. Yeah, I guess
No.
it is. It's not. Well, it's really nice if you have like 20 carriers or whatever Jaehoon has, but it doesn't matter if you only have like 6 interceptors among them all combined.
Yeah, he cannot reproduce interceptors. I mean, look at that. You saw some of them with 0, some of them with like 2, and this game is coming to close. Look at all those interceptors. There's 2, there's 3 in that one, I think. 0, 3. GG from Jaehoon. Flash has won the Winners League. I say Flash because, let's be honest, it's the team is KT Flash. It really is what it is. Last year when Wasag Oz was doing so well, it was really Jaedong Oz. It is what it is. And Flash leading KT Rollster to victory here in the ace match of the Winners League final. At least we got it to an ace match. You know, that's got to be said for something. MBC was at least able to navigate the rest of KT. They were at least forced to use Flash, so I guess it's something. They got second place here. They're going to get another little trophy for their trophy case, but Flash was just too good. There's just no one on MBC that could really give him much of a fight.
I just want to say, if you're one of those people who watched Game 4, saw that it was 3-1, and saw there was a Game 7, and went ahead and watched Game 7, first of all, shame on you, don't do that. And second, go back, watch Game 5, pretend that's the ace match, because that was a great game. That was a proper ace match. The last 2 games like, they were pretty much just a joke. All the tension was removed. It was just Flash destroying 2 unworthy challengers. But Game 5, Flash versus C, was a great game. Just watch that again. Just pretend. Just in your mind be like, this is Game 7. Why not?
That's actually a really good idea. If I could, I would switch these games a little bit, but you know, that would be a little bit wrong. But anyways, this is it for the Winners League. We are done for the Winners League this year. Round 4 will be starting up probably within a couple weeks, I would assume so. So look for some more traditional Pro League coverage coming up next. And GG's guys, hope you guys have enjoyed the Winners League.
Thank you so much for watching. Also, be sure to check out Gooseheaded's account and subscribe to him because he's awesome.